Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about Internet Basics. This is the first chapter of your book. As you all know that Internet is a computer-based worldwide information network. It can be assumed as an example of WAN wide area network. The Internet is composed of large number of smaller interconnected networks. These networks may link 10, hundreds or thousands of computers, enabling them to share information with each other and to share various resources such as powerful supercomputers and databases of information. The Internet has made it possible for people all over the world to effectively and inexpensively communicate with each other. Unlike traditional broadcasting media such as radio and television, the Internet is a decentralized system. Communication is the process in which a person can share his idea, thoughts and feeling with other people. Computer and communication technology have transformed the way we exchange information. Today, a person sitting in one part of the world can communicate with someone sitting in another part in a matter of seconds. Today's computers have ability to communicate or exchange data or information with other computers. However, to be able to communicate with each other, the computers need to be connected together. This interconnection of network is called network. The interconnection of network is called internet. The internet is thus a network of network. Internet is the combination of two words, an internetwork. It means the network of network. It connects millions of computers together globally, forming a mega network in which any computer can communicate with any other computer as long as they are both connected to the internet. As the internet is not restricted by any geographical boundaries, we can say that it shrinks the world and they bring information, expertise and knowledge on almost every subject under the sun straight to your computer. Before going to discuss about the different services that offered by the internet, let's discuss about the history and the development of internet. In 1957, the Soviet Union successfully launched the first satellite into a space called Sputnik. This technological achievement prompted the US government to set up a special agency called the Advanced Research Project Agency. That in short is known as ARPA, under the Department of Defense. The purpose of setting up this agency was to facilitate research in technology with the potential military applications. During the 1960s, ARPA was working on a project to develop communication system that could work in any kind of emergency. The advantage of such a network would be that even if a part of network was destroyed, the rest of the computer on network could still communicate with each other. The visionary thinkers associated with the project were able to connect the computer through a telephone line. The first network called ARPANET, that's known as Advanced Research Project Agency Network, became operational in 1969. It initially linked computers at select universities and research laboratories to assist researchers in conducting basic research through information sharing. Slowly, the network was made accessible to non-government agencies and general public. People therefore started using it for purpose like sending message and a file between computers. During the 1970s, standards developed in message format. By the end of 1970s, computer network became international. From the late 1960s to early 1990s, the internet was communication and research tool used almost exclusively for academic and military purpose. This changed radically with the introduction of World Wide Web, or web in short, in 1989. The World Wide Web is a set of programs, standards and protocols governing the way in which multimedia files are created and displayed on internet. Before www, it means the World Wide Web, internet was mainly used for obtaining textual information. But post www, the internet popularity grew tremendously because of graphic intensive nature of www. Therefore, we may attribute the explosion in the use and popularity of internet to www only. www was proposed between 1989 and 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee. www became a reality with the invention of HTML and a text browser in 1990. Most people think that www is internet and vice versa, which is not true. A large part of internet is the World Wide Web, This is made of website that have one or more web pages. This is made of website and this is part of internet that you probably use most of time. But internet is not just a web page. The difference between the internet and the World Wide Web is that the internet is a collection of computer or network devices connected together, whereas World Wide Web is a collection of documents linked via a special links called hyperlink. World Wide Web forms a large part of internet but is not the internet. Before we proceed further, it will be good if we briefly talk about the internet terminology. Some basic terms related to the internet are, first one is the client. Any computer on the network that requests services from another computer on the internet is a client. It means कि not only in the globally connected computers, if any computer that is connected to the local area network and it requests services and any kind of service from the server, it's known as client computer. Next in the server. Server is a computer that receives requests from the client computer, processes and sends the output. But server is of two types. One is server and another is the web server. Web server responds to web related requests only. And next thing, the web page. Web page is any digital page or document hosted on internet. It means internet. It means it is hosted on the web server. Next in the website. Website is a collection of interconnected web pages designed with a certain goal in mind. A certain goal, it means कि any website have some certain goal. Just like if the website is related to the sports, it will show some news about the sports activity. If your educational website, it shows some notes and the other educational video, just like etc. Next in the web portal. Web portal is just, you can say, the launch pad of the other website. It contains the link of the other website. When you click on that link, you are redirected to the another site. Just as for example, you can take an example of the MSN, Yahoo, India Times, etc. Next, the web browser. Web browser is a program that is present or installed in your computer or in your smartphone or any client computer that it retrieves information from web. There are many of web browser available free of cost on an internet today, like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, etc. Another one, the web client. Web client is the program or component that on the client side that requests and uses services provided by the web server. So here the one best example of the web client is a web browser, because through the web browser we can send requests to the web server to provide a particular page. Another one, the URL. URL stands for the Uniform Resource Locator. It is a unique address of the web page on internet. And the next one, the blog. Blog, it's a sort of the web blog. Blog is, you can say that blog is just a personal diary, but it is available publicly, and any people can comment and give their feedbacks upon whatever is written on our blog, just like a poem, any thoughts, any story that we can write in our blog or any news. The person who writes the blog is known as blogger. Next term is the blogging. The action of writing blog is called blogging. It means if you are writing something, you are blogging. Next thing is news group. News group is just like a discussion forum where the two or more people with the common interest gather to discuss on common topic of interest. Not on physically they are not physically present on the same place. They might be present on the different part of the world or different part of the country, and then they will discuss with each other through this news group. Next is the email. Email stands for electronic mail. It is the message distributed by electronic means from one computer user to one or more recipient via network, mostly internet. email is so popular today because within a second we can send any message to any part of the world. Because with the traditional system, it will take at least 2 or 3 days to reach their destination, within minimum 2 or 3 days. Even suppose you want to send some letter to the just neighbor city, but it will take at least 2 or 3 days. But with email, you can send any message in any part of the world within a second. When you click on the send button, just it goes to the inbox of the recipient. Next one is the email address. Because if you want to use the email service, you must have an email address. Because in absence of your own email address, you can't send any message through the email service. Every email has unique electronic post office box, which with a unique address on a network where email can be sent. The unique address is known as email address. Each email address is divided into 2 parts, which is separated by the @ symbol. The first part is the username, and the second part is the host of domain name. Host of domain username, it means your ID, your email ID, whatever you want to create as ID, but it must be unique on that email service provider. And second, host of the domain name, it means this is name of your email service provider. There are many of the company that provides you the email services, just like a Rediff Mail, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Outlook, and many others. Now let's discuss about the web server. Web server is a computer that stores website on the internet and delivers the web pages to viewers upon request. A web server is also called www server. It means web server is one kind of the computer that store the different websites. Just like if you want to save any file, you need some space in hard disk of your computer. Same thing, the web server is also one kind of the computer that store the website in their hard disk. Before in internet terminology, we had discussed about the server and the web server. The difference between the server and the web server is that the server is a computer or device on a network that manages network resources. A server serves requests mainly related to resources on the network, such as sharing resources like printer or sharing a storage, etc. Whereas web server are computers that deliver web pages. In technical term, we can say that they handle HTTP requests. Web servers is a specific protocol type of server looking only for HTTP requests instead of many different type of resource requests.